Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to my 25 Days of Craftmas series. During this series, I'm going to show you how to make these 25 Christmas projects using your Cricut. And I'll also share the SVG files I used to make all the projects for free, so you can make them too. Last week, I shared a variety of quick and easy projects. These projects take about 15 minutes or less to make. This week, I have a few more of those projects to share. It's day 15 and today I'm showing you how to make these cute Christmas treat boxes. These boxes are so quick and easy to make with your Cricut, and they are such a fun way to give away a sweet treat for Christmas. Let's go take a look at the supply list and get started. For this project, you'll need Christmas cardstock, a clear transparency sheet, glue, candy, some ribbon, twine, or raffia, and any Christmas embellishments you want to add to the top of the box. And then you'll need your Cricut, a cutting mat, and the cut file. So grab your supplies and head over to your computer. The first thing we need to do is grab the SVG file we'll be using for this project. You can get it for free on my blog at burtonavenue.com. I keep all the SVG files for the projects I make and share in my free SVG library. These files will work with all kinds of cutting machines and they're free to everyone. Once you're on my site, just click on Free SVG Files and then Free SVG Library. You will need a password to get into the library, and there are instructions on the screen if you need to get one. For this project, we'll be using the cut file called Christmas Treat Box BA1820. To find it, you can either click on Craftmas 2021 and go to day 15, or you can use your browser search and just type in 1820. Once you've found that file, go ahead and click on the link, and the file will be downloaded onto your computer. So I'm going to show you how to set up and cut this file in Cricut Design Space. If you're not sure how to unzip and import designs into Cricut Design Space, be sure to check out my step-by-step tutorial. So this is what the design is going to look like when you import it into your Canvas screen. This is the box, and then this little rectangle we will cut out of a transparency sheet, and it goes behind the Christmas tree to stop your candy from falling out. So the first thing that we're going to do is resize the box, and I'm going to go up and change the width of mine to 11.5 inches. And if you leave the lock closed, the height will adjust proportionally. Now this will make the size of the box about 3.5 inches wide, 2.5 inches deep, and about 4 inches tall. And you can go smaller if you want. That's just the biggest size you can usually cut on a piece of cardstock. And I'm also going to go down here and click on the minus sign so we can see both of those pieces. The next thing that we need to do is group these perforation lines to the box. And before we can do that, we need to ungroup the rectangle from the box. So we'll just right click and choose ungroup. And then we can select the box and those perforation lines and right click and choose attach. And now all of those pieces are locked together. And that is really the only thing that we have to do on this Canvas screen. So now we can go click on the green Make It button. And then you'll be taken to this screen. And this is just going to show us our design separated on two different cutting mats. This first mat is going to be a transparency sheet, and then mat number 2 is going to be out of some printed Christmas cardstock. So if everything looks good on both of those, you can click on the green Continue button. Make sure your Cricut is turned on, and once Design Space finds it, you'll be taken to this screen. So as I mentioned, this first mat we need to cut out of a transparency sheet. So set your dial to custom, and then click on Browse All Materials, and then you can just type in transparency. And then you can select that and click Done, and then you can go load your mat. So the first thing we're going to be cutting is a transparency sheet. So you can place that on your cutting mat, smooth it down, and make sure that it is sticking really good to your mat. Then load it into your Cricut by pressing the up and down arrow button. When your Cricut is ready to cut, you'll see the C button light up. Press that and the machine will begin cutting. When everything has been cut, you can press the up and down arrow button again to unload your mat. Pull off the rectangles and the rest of the transparency sheet from your cutting mat. Then place on a sheet of cardstock. Load that into your Cricut by pressing the up and down arrow button. Turn your dial to cardstock and then press the C button to start the cutting process. Once the cardstock is finished cutting, you can remove it from your cutting mat. It's best to flip over the mat and gently bend it over until the cardstock releases. This way the cardstock shouldn't get bent. Start by folding along all the perforation lines. Next, flip the cardstock over and add some glue around the Christmas tree. Place the clear rectangle over the center of the tree. Make sure it doesn't go over any of the perforation lines, and then let that dry for a few minutes. Next, fold over the tab on the side and add some glue to that. Then, fold your box in half to glue the tab to the side piece. Once that's dry, it's time to assemble the bottom. Start by folding down the U-shaped side. Next, fold in the side pieces and tuck in the ends. Finally, fold down the last piece and tuck that into the center. If you're adding something heavy inside the box, you can add a little bit of glue to the tab to keep it secure. Now, fill up your box with some Christmas candy. To close the box, you'll want to fold down the two sides with the handles. The handles should meet in the center of the box and go up. Next, push down the side without the tab. The handle should go right through that slot. Then press down the side with the tab. The handle should go through that slot too, and you should be able to tuck the tab into the slot on the side of the box. You can finish off the box by tying on some ribbon, twine, or raffia. And that's it. This cute little treat box is ready to give. If you enjoyed this project, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more projects you can make with your Cricut, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so you'll get notified each time I post a new video.